So, to insource or not? In other words, how do we decide what activities within marketing we should keep in-house versus what we should give out to a specialist external supplier? Tricky question, and one where in this video I'll tell you what the big questions to ask are and how it's worked for successful clients that we've seen. So with insourcing versus outsourcing, the first and kind of obvious question is there enough work for someone in-house to do? Is it a role that we could maybe, is it a full-time role? Is it a part-time role? How would that work? So if it's not big enough to be a significant role, then it's probably better outsourced. And it's worth saying within that some things, and I'm thinking sort of very technical, like if you've got a big SEO, digital pay-per-click piece going on, then it might be better that that's put with a team where a whole team of specialists can come together outside the business rather than you hiring a big team inside. Again, you get to a scale where it makes much more sense to have them in-house. Question number two is this something that's really changing a lot, really dynamic? Because that requires a lot of training, a lot of ongoing learning. And again, for an in-house resource, that can be a challenge. So if you imagine a team of specialists working in an agency who are all, let's say, pay-per-click specialists, they will be getting trained, they'll be talking to each other, growing their skills, where it's much harder for a lone person in a client business to do that. And obviously, when they're working on other clients, they're learning and working for you. So, now in terms of content, this is where, I have a very strong opinion. The content is something that should be a full-time job in your company. It is not changing, it is not updating. The fundamentals of great content yesterday are the same fundamentals for tomorrow. It is not something you should really look to outsource. So that is a classic case of something that is, as I say, really worth having full-time, is not changing, and will be better for being insourced. It'll be more authentic, it'll be faster, it'll be much easier to manage. So that's why in this insourcing, outsourcing debate, whenever we come to content, I always put my hand up and say, look, that's one for insourcing. And so people think that's a bit strange for an agency to say that, but that's what we do. So rather than be reliant on an external supplier for months, years, indefinitely, sure, you want the training to get you started. That's what we do. We train people and the business, the wider business, to get involved, make the content happen. You don't want to be relying on an agency forever. Once you can do it, once you've got the processes, you're off.